let's go to the Africa Cup of Nations for Women, or the Women's AWCON. Yesterday, we did tell you that the draw had been done. And interestingly, you might have noticed that some of Africa's best teams have been pitted against each other. We're here to do some analysis. And joining us from the US is my colleague and African football specialist, among other things, Colin Udo, who is with ESPN. Hi, Colin. Thank you very much for joining us from the States.
Hello, Gary. Thank you very much. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. The reason we have you here today is that once we show the pairings, it is quite clear that several of Africa's biggest women's football teams will not be there. And for the benefit of viewers, as you may have known, in the past, any team from anywhere in the continent could play with anybody else in the qualifier. So, for example, Ghana could be drawn against a team from Southern Africa or Eastern Africa or here in or Northern Africa as well, which was called the continental format. But a couple of years ago, CAF decided that this format was not good enough because only certain teams, they argued, were getting time at the highest level. Colin is here to take a look at that, because what this means on the screen is that Nigeria versus Ghana, one of these two teams will not be at the AWCON. Niger versus Cote d'Ivoire, one of these two teams will also not be at the AWCON. And if you know anything about African football, you know that Nigeria have won the AWCON 11 times, Ghana have made the final 4 times. Are we putting our best foot forward? Colin, over to you.
We're certainly not putting our best foot forward, Gary. And, you know, I struggle to find the rationale for this, what I'd call this insane idea from CAF. And part of what the justification I got from CAF officials was that they were trying to reduce travel times between teams in Africa, because a lot of teams were not encouraged to travel because the distances were so long. And I thought, I mean, why does that even make a difference? You have the African Women's Championship, which has 4 strong teams. You have, what, 54 countries in CAF in Africa. Out of that number, only 4 can be said to be the strongest women's teams in Africa. And that 4, you have Nigeria, you have Ghana, you have Cameroon, and then you've got South Africa. And then more recently, you could say the Ivory Coast. Now, based on some whatever reason that CAF have come up with, you've made sure that at least one of your strongest teams, either Ghana or Nigeria, would definitely not make it to the tournament. And if we stretch that maybe a little bit further to a worst case scenario, we might get to a point where neither Ghana nor Nigeria might get there, because the winner of Nigeria-Ghana gets to play the winner of Niger against Cote d'Ivoire. So there's a possibility that if CAF is not careful, both Nigeria and Ghana might not make it to the tournament. And you can't be saying that you want to improve women's football, and then you bring a situation where your best teams stay at home, no matter how good they are, no matter how well they play. So I think CAF have just dropped the bottle on this one. They really dropped it on this one.
So basically, I see a groundswell of opinion of those who are saying that we should revert to the old format. Are you one of those?
Of course, we should revert to the old format. Like I said, we're trying to develop African women's football. And the 4 teams that actually move African women's football for, how do you develop it? You get eyeballs, you get traffic. And that traffic comes from seeing games like Nigeria, Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Cameroon, South Africa, Cameroon, Ghana. Now, one of those is going to be missing. Possibly 2 of those are going to be missing.
Fantastic.
I mean, with all respect, who wants to watch Rwanda against Kenya when over Nigeria against Ghana or Nigeria against South Africa? It's not. Nobody's going to do that. Nice. So it's an absolutely asinine decision by CAF.
All right, Colin, thank you, short and crisp. I promised you it was going to be very to the point, and that's exactly what we've done. Colin Udo is a friend of this station. He's been with us for many, many years. Don't be a stranger, Colin, and that's the sport. I'm Gary Al Smith.